and welcome to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
Hi, and I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo.
Voice just
I'm getting my podcaster voice on. So, anyways, but this podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. I would just want to point out that this month's scent of the month is coconut lime verbena. So everything in our shop that is coconut lime verbena scented is 25% off. So that is our scent of the month. And every month we have a discounted scent, 25% off. So if you just follow along, we always have something new for you that you can try out at a discount. So come on by and check us out. Hey, what is that? I think I hear Farmer Jim. Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Here's the turkeys again.
Oh, he's getting big. Come here.
This is Squidward.
Look how big he's gotten in just 2 weeks that you've been seeing him. He is getting huge. Yeah. These guys are growing. Hi. These guys are growing fast. Here, look in the camera.
Oh, pretty bird.
But yeah, these guys are getting big fast. So it's okay. Shh, it's okay. But this guy's he's the noisy one.
Yeah, he is the loud one all the time.
He's always talking. So, but he is a blue slate turkey, and right now he is 3 weeks old. And so you saw him 2 weeks ago at 1 week, and he's probably about a third of the size. He's like doubling every week. So they're getting quite large quite quickly.
I know we brought all 4 last week, but that was kind of a
too hard. So now we're bringing out one of the Kookaburra chickens, and these guys
are 4 weeks.
Are 4 weeks old.
Which one is this? This is Hershey.
Yeah, Hershey, and that's Hershey, and he's getting big too. And
Can you open your hand, just show him his pretty feathers? Got little black and white feathers. Oh,
yeah. Oh, it's okay. He's wanting to fly. It's okay.
Yeah, you're blowing everybody's eardrums out who has earbuds.
So, anyways, but yeah, if this one is a hen, she'll be laying chocolate-colored brown eggs.
Yeah,
really
dark brown.
That's why they call them
chocolate
egg layers. So, but that is one of them.
Yeah, he kind of did the Hershey squats last week.
Yeah, see, clean hands. They're good birds this week. It's a little easier than having a box full of 4 birds and trying to keep them contained. So, anyways, thanks, Farmer Jim. So
I want to welcome new viewers. Thanks for checking us out, and welcome back to
returning viewers. Thanks for coming back and following along with the growth of our birds and all of our projects and everything else that we've got going on.
Yep. So what's been happening on the farm?
We've had a pretty rough week on the farm. Unfortunately, I know some of you are aware that we actually had a coyote get in. Our property is completely fenced, but a coyote had dug under one of our gates and got in and killed one of our roosters. So our birds are more than just farm critters. They're actually pets. So we enjoy them and love them very much. And it's very sad that one of them was taken from us. So we had a rough week, and then because of that, I've been working around the farm to kind of fix the fence line to make it a little more secure, and pouring concrete to block things underneath the gates where they can't get dug under now. So I've been busy with that. So it was a pretty rough week, and we're still upset over that. But at least we'll feel a little more secure now that I've spent some time on repairing, getting the fence secure and getting dirt pushed up against the chain link fence so that they can't really dig under, very easily. I think it'll be a good enough deterrent that we don't have a repeat of what happened.
And we haven't seen them since.
Yeah, so we've been kind of corralling the birds and keeping them together on, a little differently than we had, because all of our roosters used to free range around the property, and now we have them contained at night, and then during the day we'll let a couple of them out because they don't do well confined, all of them together. They like their space, so we kind of have to work it that way. But I think with the fence now all kind of fixed up, I think we can try and get them back to as normal as possible. But it's pretty amazing that they're acting differently now that there's one of the roosters is actually.
Oh yeah, they're just.
And the one that we lost.
Well
the one that we lost was our top rooster. He was the one that king chicken. He kind of kept the peace, so to speak. Nobody messed with him, and he usually intervened when things were going on, and it was pretty peaceful. Now that he's gone, the other ones are trying to take over that spot, and it's getting pretty tough at times. So we have them they all we have different areas, fenced areas that we're keeping them in, and so we're trying to get through that. So.
And we buried him, and we planted a willow tree right near him, and then we found a little rooster statue, and we have his picture right by it. So, and I wanted to just thank everybody for all the wonderful messages. I'm not going to be able to get through this. On Ravelry, on Plurk, on Twitter, and on my blog and everything, and there's even some that I wanted to give an extra special thank you that have kept checking on us and seeing how we're doing, and sent special little patterns. And Angela, Beagle Mom Knitter, sent a really cute pattern, chicken. I've already found the yarn that looks just like La Jolla's feathers that I'm going to knit this one. And,
it's a cute pattern.
Yeah, it's just really sweet, and all of these are ones that, we can kind of all share and enjoy. And then Candy, who's Candyland, sent Joris. He is so cute. I definitely want to do him out of hand spun. See, I'm so bad, you guys. I already know what yarn. But yeah, she said I could hug him, and I can't go into all the comments, or I will totally lose it on here. The Knitting Amy K. The Chunky Chicken doorstop. I'm trying not to get the... And I think this one's definitely going to be a doorstop, because La Jolla was always at the door.
Back door, yeah.
Which I'm sure you guys heard every week. We have one that's Manda is kind of taking over.
Hanging out at the back door.
Yeah, La Jolla in the mornings would meet me at the door in the dark, because I get up before the chickens. And he's the only one that would wake up in the morning, be at the door, and follow me around to do chores. So, and then Sadie Blue Ruin, she has the Yarnivore podcast. She sent me the Zuzu Petal Shawlette, which I'm going to spin yarn for this. And the yarn, what's that fancy schmancy yarn that, Twisted Fiber Arts. I have Twisted Fiber Art fiber that I'm going to spin for this. And that's just so pretty. Sorry, I'm going through these kind of quick, but I also have the messages that were sent. See, I can't even say that much. And this is Jan Ellen RN. Jan, and when I pulled this up, I just totally started chuckling, which everybody wanted to bring a smile to my face and let me know they're thinking of him. And You know, I'll have to do this in black and white and then say, hey, that's what the duck. Just, and then Knittables, Diane sent me the Ripple Rock. Yeah, Ripple Rock shawl. That sounded funny when I said it. It's really cool. I love the different textures in that.
Yeah, I like that how the blues mixed in with the alternate color there.
Yeah.
It's,
Jimmy was like really into that one too. And Bella Socks, Aileen. Aileen, right? Or is
Eileen.
it Eileen?
Eileen.
Aileen?
Eileen. I don't know.
Eileen?
She can let us know how you pronounce that.
Well, my grandma's middle name is, but she calls herself Aileen.
No, I don't know.
Maybe that's just my twang coming out.
I am bad with figuring out names, so.
She sent me, or us, the Marvin and Marcia.
Reminds me of Mike from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, that was Jimmy's first movie too. I love that. And all of these, you know, I kind of chuckled, or you know, just so many smiles that day. And then Dawn's Knits, Tennessee Dawn sent me. I am not even saying who the
Pattern designers.
pattern designers. I'll link them. Lost in Light. This is a more liniment pattern. Just so pretty.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I just want to, and it's so bad because I wanted to cast on every single one of these. And then Sheep Therapy. She sent the garden slug. Which it still makes me laugh just looking at it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I just want to thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
The
I
the
mean,
virtual hugs, the love, the support from you guys is just
The friendship.
unbelievable.
I mean, that's, you know.
Just because you're virtual, you know, you are my friends, and you know, I love you guys dearly, and I'm just so thankful that we're all there for each other, you know, whenever we're having ups and downs and happy moments, and
Yeah, it's just the outpouring of, you know, comments, even beyond just the gifted patterns.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people just, you know,
even
expressing
Jimmy.
their, you know, their sympathy, you know, for this situation, and you know, just.
You know, even Jimmy would go and check it, you know, oh, did anyone else comment on his picture, and you know, so that really
Yeah, helps.
Helps.
It does. So, but thank you all for all of your, you know, kind comments and the gifts of the patterns and stuff. That really does, you know, touch us.
So, I know
Okay.
it's trying to choke it back.
Do you want me to go give you a minute? I'll go through my what's
In the coop?
in my coop. Okay. Well, this is my ongoing project that my washcloth, otherwise known as my loincloth to some. Because of the rough week, I only did 2 rows about 10 minutes ago. So I could say I did something on it. So, but I did want to show it, you know, it's moving along. I actually do have something that was in the coop and flown the coop this last week, believe it or not, but I will get to that a little later.
No, you're counting it as a complete flown the coop?
Yeah, because I think it's pretty complete. You'll see. It's a whole thing, you know, you'll enjoy it, but, anyways, I'll get to that after when we actually get into the flown the coop part. But anyways, my in the coop, it's still in the coop, but I actually did another whole project. It's complete and ready for display. So anyways, and am I?
Sure, go ahead. Or do you want me to
I'll
go?
wait till I actually have. This is kind of after I show my completed project. I will show you how I did my completed project, and I actually do have something that's on the needles that I'm working on now, that I should actually finish this project this afternoon. It's a felting project that I'll have to show that after I get through.
That'll be your flow in the coop next week.
It'll be my flow in the coop next week. You'll see the completed one, but I'll show you. Maybe I'll finish it while we're on the podcast. So I got your interest, I know. So you'll just have to wait till she gets through her in the coop, and we'll go from there. So
he's gonna jump.
Dribble.
So let's see.
Come on.
I have my Wolf Photo socks. This is Desert Vista Dye Works in the Wolf Photo colorway.
Trouble likes that.
And where's the Dicky Do? There's a little bit done this week because I had other things I was doing. This is on size 1 circular, Nitpick circulars. And these are the ones that I have that I'm going to do a true afterthought heel on, where I'm going to whack my knitting.
You cut right through it,
I'm going to cut right through it. And then if I have a problem, I'm going to Texas.
Yeah, Lauren, she's going to have you help her fix it.
Yep. And that's in my Silver Pumpkin. Because I always screw up and call her Silver Sun. And I noticed rewatching last week, I said, my Silver Sun bag.
It's Silver
It's because
pumpkin.
we know we have friends, Silver Sun Alpaca Ranch. And it's, so the silver, it just kind of,
Yeah.
Silver Pumpkin. Faye, you know I love you. And then in my coop is the Punky Rooster, because y'all, you know, Krista, you came out with this. It's a very good time. Punky Rooster. She's Rain Bear, Raine Bear, on the Ravelry. Krista Keltner. And I am so in love with this project. For one, the bag, just every time I look at this bag, I just smile so much. Them fried eggs. This is a bird leg bag, and every time I look at it, I smile, and it makes me so happy. You know, and that's what our knitting should be, is happy. And this is done in my CJ Kopek Dr. Jones colorway. And knitting with handspun is so awesome. This is on size 5 at ease. And this is the Punky Rooster. My son keeps saying it's a pumpkin. And here's this is his butt. This is Punky Rooster Butt, which on my project page, I think I called him Dr. Jones Rooster because of the color. But look at this stripey, and it's so pretty. I just love this. I'm totally addicted now to knitting with my handspun. It's like everything.
Well, you've been talking about pulling some of the handspun we actually have up in the shop out for other projects.
Yeah.
So you might start.
But I love the butt. I think that's so cool. And I did have beans in the butt, so he's weighted, and I just hated the
like that
sound
feel?
and the feel, and I couldn't squish him, and I want to be able to squish him and love him. So, I'm loving it. So that'll probably be flown by next week, definitely.
Yeah, you've
But
done
even
a lot
that
of work on that.
fillet, it feels so much better than when I was spinning. But yeah, it's cool. So his butt's stuffed. Butt stuffed chicken, huh?
You've been working on that.
Oh, that totally reminded Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. I was wondering because I could hear the music.
And start belting out a tune on us. Huh?
Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. Who's that?
Oh, you're gonna make me.
Oh yeah, that's gonna drive me nuts now.
I'm sure someone will comment and let you
Oh,
know.
it's done. The
Brooks
one
and
with
Dunn?
Brooks and Dunn, isn't it?
I
Boot
don't-
and Scoot and Boogie.
I don't know.
See, I know Carrie because there's a dance. There's a country dance that go with this. Come on, Carrie, shout it out where it comes into my head. So yeah, that's a fun dance too, y'all. We should just have us a big old hoe down here on the farm.
Yeah, well,
So I think that's all in my coop because I had a flow in the coop.
that's it. Well, why don't you do your
Oh,
phone?
wait, no. I do have something else.
Yeah.
I have, because I put this in the coop because it's still in the coop. It's not flown yet, technically. This is the Gnome Acres 100% Polworth, 4 ounces in the Knittables Franklin colorway. There's the little taggy do. And you're only going to see the orange. Because I cut it to pieces, my fiber. Because it actually came... I showed it last week. It goes gray... in the braid it looked...
Gray, white, yellow, white, orange, or something.
No, it just was the 4 colors in the braid. But when you open it up, it went gray, white, orange, yellow. But then it went gray, white, orange, yellow again.
Yeah, it was...
I thought it was going to be all gray together, all white together. So, of course, stubborn redhead here. I was bound and determined to have all the gray together, all the white. So I cut it up so I could do that. So underneath all this, I actually have all gray. Then I went with white.
I don't remember which order you
No,
did.
I did yellow. Because when I was doing it, I thought of Retro Lemon because she likes gray and yellow and white. Oh, that's good. So, yeah, and I'm going to Navajo ply this. I haven't done that in quite a while, so I hope I don't mess it all up. So I did gray, then I did yellow, then I did white, and then the orange. So I can't, and it's so soft and
Yeah,
squishy.
you did a lot of spinning
4
on that
ounces
because
in a week.
Yeah,
with a sprained ankle. It's like,
he's like, oh, I just want to get done. I want to get to the next color.
yeah,
It's like
I got to do all the yellow today. I got to do all the white.
oriented, huh?
Yeah. So
Different than having one thing of roving that's all the same color. It's just like on and on. See, now you actually have a goal. You have to do the different colors.
So I might practice a little bit because, like I said, I haven't done the Navajo in a long, long time. Because I love doing the 2-ply because I love seeing barber pole.
Oh, uh-huh.
I love that. So I just get so happy when it does that. So that's what I normally just do because I like it. So then, yep, I've definitely got to practice that because I don't want to look like crap.
Might have to get some roving, just some of our spare roving, just to
Well, I have
spin it
some
out, and then you
spare.
can practice just so
Yeah.
you don't mess up the good stuff.
And I think the YouTube video for Navajo playing that I've been really watching, it's Susan Anderson. I think it is. I was watching it again and I can't remember. Go trouble. And he's like right at the fiber and like,
It's like Jaws. We keep getting circled by our cat, and we know at some point he's going to try jumping on the table. Is our trouble?
That's a long distance cat.
He's already jumped on my lap, and we keep seeing the tail. It's like the Jaws,
Maybe
or
he watched
the fin, the shark fin going around our table.
Maybe he watched Proverbial Knitter where he sees Fred launch onto her chest because he's like that far. It's like nope. So, flown the coop. I'm going first.
Yes, you are.
This is my limb chicken. I think the pattern is called Hen and Babies. It's in my project page. And here's my... I call it limb
so
because
cool.
Limb Knit Crochet, the Limb Knit Crochet podcast, Lauren sent me this pattern. And he's so cute. And this is done, I did it on size 4 needles. And it's just done with random stash. I couldn't even tell you because none of them had the tags. And this does have a bean butt. You can kind of hear it. So she's very weighted. And it did have feet. So you could have it looking like that. But to me, those look like duck feet. And James and Jimmy both said they look like duck feet. So
I think it looks cool just without the feet just sitting there.
Yeah, we axed the feet.
Well, that looks like, because the hens and the roosters all just they'll get in their little burrow hole and just sit there, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. Especially when you have the beans in there, it'll just sit there.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
So, but yeah, that's a cool pattern. I like that finished.
But I might have to knit another one of these because I think my grandma would get a real hoot out of that. Mm-hmm. So this is my limb chicken. So, what's it flown your coop?
All right.
Right now, warning. No drinking. Stop the treadmill.
Okay. For this reveal, I have to hide this behind my loincloth. Because what I have finished, my finished object this week is my hot dog.
Show me your wiener.
Here is my finished object because we're doing the toys. What's our play?
May.
Play with play.
May with play. May play. I don't even know my own knit along.
Play in May. So I actually made I guess it could be a dog toy or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just happened to be a finished object.
You're going too quick. This is his creation. There is no pattern. He did want to put some mustard on I-cord mustard, but he didn't get time. You can see the whole bun.
Yeah. So I may have to bring my wiener back out next week and show it.
With its condiments.
Yeah, with the condiments on there. Once I get I did too, so that's okay. We've been laughing about this all week, so.
That we're not going to be able to keep.
You're probably wondering how I could, seeing that I barely get by doing this, can knock out a hot dog like that in no time at all. Well, I'm a man. Give me a tool, and I will make it work. Well. This probably been 6 months ago.
No, Christmas.
Was it Christmas?
Yes.
One of the other podcasters, proverbial knitter, was mentioning that she had a knitting machine that she had gotten, and she put her husband to work using it. And then so Don says, "Oh, well, we got to look for one." So I search eBay. Oh, here's one. Found it, bought it. And then you had a hard time working with it or something, and
it's kind of a rush.
Yeah, and so I thought, I gotta get this knitting machine out and try and do something with it. Well, I did all of this in probably a matter of an hour and a half, if that.
Yeah, I don't even.
It was probably because I was playing. I was having a good time. I was laughing. We were all laughing that night. But here is the knitting machine. Right now, I'm working on a felted pickle, which I should have ready and done for the next week's podcast. But this is it only makes round objects. So my bun here is actually an unstuffed tube that's been cinched at the ends, and then I stuffed the wiener with some stuffing to kind of make it finished off. And I'll actually knit the I-cord just so I actually do some manual knitting.
Well, there's no way you can do it on that.
Yeah, so, but this thing, it makes the same size everything. I think it advertises, you got patterns and you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can manage that, but apparently I guess I should read the book to see what else they can do other than, I could do socks, right? But anyway, Anyway, I have got this actually started already, and I can just, if you'll hear, I don't think you can see.
Hold it up and try to.
You hold it, and this is, it's made out of plastic, so it's a bit of a challenge sometimes.
And it's like 1970s.
Yeah, see, if there's any tension on the yarn, then it wants to stop, but.
Anyways. We know Charlie has a pickle. Lauren's dog.
Yeah, so basically, I'm going to pull this up, hopefully not messing it up, but you can see it just knits this little tube.
Yeah, Tammy made bullshit.
You didn't just say that.
Tammy made soap cozies at Christmas.
So.
And I thought, what a great idea, because...
we got soap.
But yeah, no, I wasn't patient enough.
Yeah. So maybe we'll start having soap cozy, seeing that I'm getting a blast out of just cranking these things out. But
I even went to bed and he was still messing with this thing.
Laughing
I'm
and-
out there hearing him just laughing and crank.
yeah, I was like, because here it just makes a tube, and of course, me being a man, just who needs directions, right? So I got like one side of the bun done, and it was about 3 inches too long for the wiener. So I had to back it out, and actually it works out better with this machine because you're supposed to pick up the free stitches on the one end when you stop. You're supposed to catch those and so it doesn't unravel. Wait, what's that look for?
Because I could never get the thing to work.
Yeah, well, it's a tool. That's my tool cozy. So anyways, but it actually works better if you kind of unravel a bit, because it makes the free stitches a little easier to pick up. Because when you pull it off the machine, it's pretty tight because it's coming right off the machine, and the process of getting it out of the machine when you're done is hard. So I had to back out anyways, but I had gone way too long. And so I started the other side of the bun, and I'm going and going and going. I did the same thing. So I've got a pile of scrap yarn now from where I had to back up and try and get it the same size. So, but yeah, it was fun. I'm enjoying knitting.
One of the movies we like is called Accepted, and one of the characters is doing a
he's in trying to get into a fraternity, and so he is
dressed like a hot
pledge, and so as part of the pledge week, they dress him up in a hot dog, and he has to run around and say, "Ask me about my wiener." And so that was so we've been joking about that. So now
we're easily entertained.
Yeah. So you watch long enough, and you'll get a sense for the kind of movies we enjoy watching. So, but anyway, so that is my big reveal. You've now seen my finished object. So
I thought you were going to say you've now seen my
I know they were thinking it, but I'm just teasing you. So anyway, so we got a good chuckle out of that. So that was
obviously we still are.
Yeah, we haven't aged.
No.
We're
still 12.
Yeah, we're still 12. So we can have a chuckle at stuff
It keeps
like
us
this.
young.
Yeah, true enough. So
to market, I what?
I got to go to the market and get some more yarn.
To market, I bought some Desert Vista Dye Works in one of her themed colorway. This was her May theme, and it's wrapped up in May. And it was actually one of Lauren got picked. She had a May tree, the May with all the ribbons coming down.
A May Day.
Thank you. So this is a seven striping sock yarn. And it is so pretty. And it's so almost just got wound up this week. I thought I really need to finish somebody's socks. Nah, I'll probably still just cast these on too.
Cast on itis.
Yeah, and I can't wait to start that. So that's desertvistadyeworks.artfire.com. And her stuff is so awesome. Go get you some. You gotta get some. Love it. And then I had did a custom order with bird leg bags because I had seen this bag and she had sold out, and I'm like, Vicky, you got any more of that fiber? And it's monsters. Birdlegbags.etsy.com. And it is so cute. And then of course, the little monster, the zipper pull.
Yeah.
I just love that. The little details. And this is perfect for when I'm knitting monsters. And then the cool fabric on the inside that matches the outside little monsters. There. And there's her tag. See, I knew she had a tag. And she's having an update on the 21st, I think, her Etsy shop said. And I'm like, oh,
Be stocking it,
Like,
huh?
yeah, because I love. I mean, I just love these bags,
Yep. They are very nice.
and it's so roomy. My little chicken bag, and then she sent a bag for our Play in May knit along, and I have it still kind of mushed. I didn't open it up, but there's the cute little fabric. So you could win this.
It's the same type of box bag as
The same box bag, yeah.
It's
I don't
just
want
folded
to
up right
fold it
now.
up. She's still, you can see where she has it bubble wrapped so it doesn't break. But yeah, that is so sweet of her, Vicky. Thank you so much. And
Yeah, see, it's got the carabiner. If you
the
want to
little
hang
carabiner,
that from
your
your
belt
belt
loop.
clip or whatever.
So when you're at Disneyland or wherever and you're knitting away, and yeah, Jimmy, my son, is like, oh my gosh, that one's so cute too. So that could be yours. So
Yeah.
enter your toys and your hot dogs.
Maybe I'll write up how many revolutions on my hot dog I'll make a pattern. Go around 15 times.
And then I was a winner, Daniela of the Caffeinated Podcast, Caffeinated Knitting Podcast. She's Caffeinated Gert on Ravelry. I won a book on her group. I'm like, and it's the Nursery Rhyme Knits. It's hats, mittens, scarf with kids' favorite verses. And I wonder if you guys can guess what nursery rhyme she said to put in your favorite nursery rhyme. What could I have not said?
Yeah,
Big bad wolf, y'all! I got a crack up of it. And there's one in here that I want to make me forget a kid. This is a lot of work for a kid.
we haven't gone past 12, so we qualify to wear these, right? So.
You betcha. I want to knit this chicken hat for me. But I mean, the detail in this, I mentioned it to her today, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding. I wouldn't put, just quickly, I know that's copyright. Oh my gosh, who's going to knit a kid muffins? Go knit a kid a muffin.
I need a hot dog, so I mean, why not a muffin?
I'm like, yeah, I thought, who's going to, they're going to lose that. And all of them are that detailed. I mean, it's...
Yeah, there's a lot of...
I mean, it's... Yeah, right. And it's Fair Isle, so it's going to have those little floats on the back that they're going to snag and rip. And I'm like, forget the kid. We're going to resize that puppy for my head. So, and then I'm just going to quickly, because I didn't mention it last week, because of my nail obsession, I saw Pirates of the Caribbean. How cool is that? And there, get the glare off. It comes with 4. And then I got the Touring America, which I had on the My Address is Hollywood last week. Because I just like the names too. But I thought, how fun, because they're little bitty, like 1 ounce sizes.
Yeah, just enough to try out and see if you like it.
Yeah. French quarter for your thoughts. A taupe, the Space Needle. Honk if you love OPI. Planks-a-lot, skull and gloss bones. Sparrow me the drama. I'm without the names.
Yeah, I was going to say, the names sell, so
Yeah.
at least here at the farm.
Then, boy, all these are just kind of rambling all together. My Squeal Like a Pig and To Market. The 2 Knit Lick chicks had a... I cannot think today. The Spectra knit along. And I just smelled that. Something smelled good. And I was a winner. My Spectra won. And it's Barb and Tracy of the 2 Knit Lick chicks. And it came with this cute little tote bag with their logo on it. And they're an audio podcast, and you should be listening to them because they're a lot of fun. And in it, I got yarn bras. They're called yarn cozies, but they're yarn bras. Pretty little flowers, and then yummy sock yarn Malabrigo in the velvet grapes. Look how pretty. Ooh, that's showing up good.
It's a nice color.
And it's so soft.
That'd make a nice shawl.
Yeah. Oops. And then it came with 3 patterns by the designer is Mara Keb, Yasmin Gamal. I'm assuming that's the name. This is a shawl. It doesn't even... Maybe Mara Keb is the shawl name. I don't know. Anyways, here's the shawl pattern. Came with 3 of them. And here's... Oh yeah, that was probably called the Marakeb. This is the Shabak. So I'm probably killing them names. Pretty green. And
I almost photo critique the picture.
I heard you say something.
Yeah, I know.
And then the Dottie Tote. Yasmin Gamal is her name, the designer's name. Cute little tote. That'd be good to go to a farmer's market and load it up with veggies. So, yeah.
Keep my mouth shut.
A lot of yummy stuff in this. I was shocked.
I know you were really surprised when it came in.
Yeah, because she sent me a note. Hey, psst, you got to go watch the podcast. And I'm like, listen to it. I'm like, I always do. Because with that one, they talk about books too. So my book queue grows as much as my pattern queue. And I got to put something down.
You got a full table here.
I'm running out of room. So thank you, Barb and Tracy. I was so excited. I won something. I won 2 things. I've been a wiener all week.
This might just have to stay on the table just for...
Yep, so I can play with the wiener. And then I was linking the show notes last week, and one of them was Friends in Fiber, and that's Peg and Jan of Friends in Fiber. friendsinfiber.etsy.com. I'll show you their little card. And it comes with cute, yummy lavender. I was just linking them because they were so sweet and donated the fiber braid for our spin-along. And their banners on our group page too, and I just love it. And go click it and go buy something from them. And because it is awesome. So I'm just linking, and I thought, what is that? It was Rainbow Gradient, 4 ounces. It's really showing up lighted. Seeing if it's coming out darker the further away. And because it's darker, it's not that bright a blue.
Yeah, it's the plastic. The plastic's actually...
I don't want to get it out.
Yeah, the plastic's actually reflecting some extra light on there. It is actually darker than that.
Yeah,
so.
And it's a BFL silk, and it is so pretty. And it's a true gradient. So it is, because she has it unwound in a picture also.
So as you spin, you'll go from one...
It's pink, then it will go to the orange, then it goes to the yellow, then it will go to the green, blue, and then purple. So yeah, it's...
well, that'll be fun to knit up once you spin it.
Yeah.
You know,
so, it's so pretty. I had to get it. And it's for 4 ounces, it was $16.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I'm like, buy now before someone gets it. And then I've been looking at their needle felting kits because I've been kind of wanting to...
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a while.
I've been talking for a while. So I went ahead and got that, and I think it was like $6 or $7. And it's a needle felted flower pin kit, and she sends the PDF tutorial.
Oh.
So... Then she also says, have you updated your tetanus? And I'm like, I don't
think
like
she was just
shots.
pulling your leg.
No, well, it is sharp, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
also...
jab yourself with needles all the time, you know, from knitting.
Yeah, so it comes with the whole little kit. So,
Yeah, it comes with all the tools and everything you need to
the
do
little
that.
tools
So,
and
and
all the different
instructions.
fibers, and so I thought,
I
oh,
know
cool.
you've been talking. Dawn's been talking about that, getting the felting kit because she wanted to learn how to do that for quite a while, and so.
And then she sent a little sample of BFL Silk Blue Moon. A little sample of their fiber to tempt you.
Yeah, let me see that.
That's just bugging you. You're just gonna get it out, huh?
I'm gonna take it out.
I'm gonna feel it.
And see the glare, how much that changes the actual color.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been talking a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to point out the little cellophane thing. It kicks back color into the camera, so it's not as dark. I mean, the colors you can tell on the roving that you got is much deeper than what it's showing across on the camera.
So picking on the farm.
My turn. Well, unfortunately, because the week we had, I didn't have a lot of time. Usually I spend some time preparing, you know, some material to show you guys, you know, something that's related to knitting and that sort of thing. And because of all the happenings this week, I haven't had a whole lot of time to give it much thought. So I thought instead I will kind of talk about some of the photography stuff I enjoy doing, give you guys a history lesson all in the works, and kind of show you the kind of something unusual that most even photographers probably don't know much about. One of the things that I enjoy doing with my photography is I actually shoot film. You know, although I have digital cameras and that works out for, you know, some of the shooting, I actually enjoy the process of photography. You know, you can, just like knitters. Knitters enjoy the process of knitting. You can go down to the store and you can buy a sock, and you can put a sock on your foot if that's what your intent is. Or you could, as knitters, you enjoy the process of making a sock. In photography, I enjoy the process of photography. Not more than, but as part of the end result of getting a picture, I enjoy actually taking the time and trying to get the picture, you know, and I actually shoot with the cameras that you think of the old days, the people putting the cloth over their head, and I actually shoot with those type of cameras. They're called view cameras, and basically the smallest view camera that you can shoot with actually shoots with a sheet of film that is 4 inches by 5 inches. This is actually the smallest camera, and I actually shoot with these. This is what I enjoy doing, and the reason why I do that is back in the days when photography was just coming about, back in the 1800s. They had different methods for taking pictures, and there was no way of enlarging, and so they had cameras that made big negatives so that they could make big pictures. It was the size of your negative was in direct proportion to your end picture. You know, they didn't have enlarging. Enlarging didn't come about until around the late 1800s, and so back in the earlier 1800s, before Kodak really started more industrializing photography, you had to shoot bigger sheet film to get bigger pictures. Well, back in, you know, the 1800s, there was you couldn't go down to the store, buy a roll of film, buy a thing of photo paper, and go and make a picture. You had to mix up your own chemistry. You had to make your own photo paper. Then you had to go out and you take your picture, and a lot of times it was on glass plates that were coated by you with light-sensitive material. And actually, I really enjoy that process, actually the old-time process. So one of the things that I do is actually a process called Van Dyke printing. And part of this process is making my own photo paper. I actually use current black and white films because there's no color in the end result. It's just a single color picture. But I enjoy doing, one of the things I wanted to bring out was the Van Dyke print process. And Van Dyke came about in 1842 by Sir John Herschel. He was an English astronomer, and he came up with this photochemistry that was a silver-based, very much in line with the type of photosensitive material they use now on photo paper. It is silver-based, but he came out with the first silver-based photo process. And they call it Van Dyke because the color of the end picture is actually a brown that was very similar to Anthony Van Dyck. He's a Flemish painter. He used to paint with these a lot of brown in his oil paintings, and so there was a lot of similarities. So they actually called it Van Dyke because of the similarities. But so I do this. The process is you go out and you take a picture on a sheet of film, and you can't enlarge it. So the process is you take the film and you put it in contact with paper that you've coated with light-sensitive material, and you expose it to UV light. And we have a really good UV light source. It's called the sun. And so you basically go through the process. You make your own photo paper. You put it in this contact frame, and you sit it outside for 40 minutes or whatever. It depends on the time of day and how much UV light and stuff. And you develop it, and you end up with a picture. And that, I've got some samples here I wanted to show you of.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the process.
Yeah.
It's like knitting. I could go out and I could snap a picture with my digital camera, print it out on our color printer, and I would be done in a matter of a minute. And here I take half an hour to mix the chemistry, and I go in and I coat the paper with the light sensitive material, and then you have to wait for that to dry, and then you pick your negative. But I'm going to show you two that are kind of finished off in matte material to kind of show you what the finished process. Here is one of the images. I don't know if you can see it, but it's an Indian petroglyph picture. But this is actually in proportion size-wise to the negative. The negative actually is a 4x5 negative, and I put that on the paper, and the end result is, let me show that. The end result is, dropped my picture right out of there, is the image you see. And so I thought that would be interesting. Here's another one.
What chemical do you actually use, or do you not remember?
It's silver nitrate, and then there's other silver nitrate mixed in with a couple other chemicals that make it the photosensitive. When it's sitting in separate pieces, it's not actually photosensitive. And when you blend the chemistry together, it becomes photosensitive, and you can't expose it to any light. So you wait until you're ready to work with it. Then you mix it up, and you usually try and keep the chemistry in those amber bottles, the chemistry bottles, because it blocks out most of the light, but you still don't want to expose to any sunlight, because if you could bring it inside with a normal incandescent bulb, and it won't expose because there's no UV coming off of an incandescent bulb, but fluorescent light actually gives off UV light rays, so that would kind of fog. It would actually expose the chemistry. So
you still?
No, I just maybe they're interested.
I remember doing it.
Yeah, so
Fun.
But yeah, so it's here's a couple of the different images that I've done. You can see the dark edge here is actually not blocked by the the film. Show you the film would be about the same size as the image, and so because the outer edge is not getting blocked by the negative, you always end up with a dark frame. And speaking of the frame, some people that do the printing actually get kind of fancy with the way they coat the paper. So they'll use a actual paintbrush and make it kind of fancy, and then that's part of the end result, is to show the edging and stuff. Sometimes I tend to like the cleaner edge.
Lines, yeah.
But I wanted to point out kind of the differences. In this particular image, this is one of my favorite images This is actually up where I go fishing a lot. This is a place called Benton Crossing up near Mammoth Ski Resort. But I wanted to point that out because I have a couple different versions of this picture that I was going to try and show the different things. This is actually still film, but a color negative image. And this is actually what I send up when I'm having prints made up. I actually send them a slide film that's on the 4x5 sheet film. And then they will come back with a image that is a finished thing. So kind of I do the whole range of the color photography and whatnot, but I did want to kind of talk about something that was unusual. You might not know about it. There's a whole line of or a whole area of photography that's dedicated to the old photo processes. You might hear platinum printing and that sort of thing. Nowadays, digitally, you can duplicate the effects by, toning or changing the colors and stuff. I like the process. Yeah, I like the process. That's part of what.
Wasn't that what that conference in New Mexico was all about?
Every 2 years in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they actually have a conference that's the APIS conference, APIS, Alternative Photography Information Symposium, and basically people come from all over the world actually to join in, and it's a discussion of the alternative process photography, and that's what they classify the old processes. This is I didn't go last year because it actually conflicted with our demoing at the cognitive retreat because they changed. It used to happen in the summer and they moved it to October, and that it kind of was too close to our cognitive retreat. But I went the prior round, which was a couple years ago, and they do demos of people printing on glass plates like they used to. They have a guy that has a whole truck full of the darkroom wet plate process. I mean, all of these things are really interesting, and I enjoy that. So, but I did want to show you, like I was talking about, size matters when you're talking about contact printing. and I normally will shoot with a 4x5 sheet of film. But I actually have larger cameras so that I can contact print a big picture. And I wanted to show, I actually have a camera that will expose a sheet of film this big. This is actually a sheet of film here. It is 12 inches by 20 inches. I actually have a camera that I can take pictures with that uses this large of film. And so you end up with a contact print that size.
It's huge.
But I thought you guys might find that interesting. It's probably not helping you much in terms of your knitting, but like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to prep some sort of a tutorial or something, but thought you might find that interesting. There's a couple other processes that I do want to talk about down the road, but I want to get actually the cyanotype process. That one's a good one. They do that a lot in grade school to show kids the process of photography. They do a lot of photograms where you do a cyanotype, you coat a light sensitive cyanotype material on there, and these are the blue pictures. You probably have seen the cyanotype pictures. It's blue based, where the Van Dyke is brown. These turn out to be blue, and I want to actually take knit up a washcloth in color in white colored yarn, and then coat it with cyanotype material and actually expose something on it to show you, because the process of actually fixing it is very safe. That's why they do it with kids. The process of fixing it where it stays permanent and washes away is just water. You just rinse it away with water. So I wanted to do kind of something neat with that down the road, but I need to find some white yarn, cotton yarn that I can, and then I got to knit it up. And you know how quickly I'm going, unless it's in my knitting machine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's my picking on the farm. Hopefully you find that interesting, and if you have any questions about that type of thing, always ask in our photo questions forum group.
Yep,
Ravelry forum group. So.
In the arena, I'm gonna go breezing through this because I see we're already at 59 minutes.
Sorry,
we have so much to talk about. It's hard getting this in only in an hour.
Maybe I can do the editing and speed up time, so we'll talk like chipmunks. We'll just speed it along. So.
Okay, I want to mention Sock Bunny and her group, Sock Bunny Knit and Fit Podcast. She's doing the Recovery Buddies from May to June, and this is to help people through a variety of addictions, including eating disorders, self-injury. You can find all the information in her group. I also have a thread in our group now called Charities that I'm listing, because there are so many out there. I'm listing them in the group. If you have any, please list them there. I'll also be deleting them, like when her recovery buddies are done between May and June. After June, I'll probably delete it so we keep it fresh too.
Yeah, so if there's like a special thing going on with the charity that you're trying to get,
like the next one I'm going to mention, Save the Boobs, Win Some Yarn. It's going to be ending the 5th. I don't have it written down. I think it's the 15th. But Fuji's going to a different lab. There's information on the Dancing Dog Dye Works thread. I have this all linked in our charity thread, and it's to help Lindsay, who is Little Lippy U on Ravelry. She's raising money for the breast cancer 3-day walk. And so if you'd like to help her reach her goal, the information is there for you to do that. And if for the motivation in the Dancing Dog Dye Works, there's raffle prizes for you. So if that will motivate you and you have an extra $5, go help the girl out. There's also Remembering Remy going on until June. I also want to mention a couple new podcasts. I know I'm speeding this up really fast. Knitting Natter, her name's Zena. She has a new podcast called Knitting Natter. She's also Knitting Natter Zena on Ravelry.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and it was a really good. I watched her first episode yesterday. She has a Rav group. She lives in the UK, so I love hearing her accent. And so go give her a listen. Listen. I was right.
Not a lesson.
She's not going to give you a lesson. Then this morning I watched A Spinner's World. WHIRLED, World, get it? And that's with Spun Too Tight. That's Ashley. She's on Ravelry and Plurk. And she does it with her friend Dory, who is Hop, Stitch, and Away on Ravelry. She's not on Plurk. We'll have to get her on Plurk, you guys. And they focus on spinning, which I was like pausing, going to Etsy, and I'm like, because they were showing stuff they bought at Stitches, and yeah, so if you want to be enabled really good, go watch their podcast. And they had the one episode, and really good, you guys. So go give those two a listen and watch, because they're both video. And our May Play with Toys with Limnit Crochets going on. Info in the group for that, and round her up. Man, I'm just going through.
Whoosh! Oh, my hair's still flying. I was like, we're speeding through this.
Thank you for the iTunes review. I wanted to thank again for our donations from our spin-along and knit-alongs last month to a Free Spirit, who's Ginger, who donated the bag for our spin-along. Absolute Wonder. She's Absolute Wonder on Etsy. I wanted to thank Crow Julie for donating her patterns, and I wanted to thank Friends in Fiber again for donating the fiber, and I just wanted to give a big thank you again to you guys, because I didn't feel like I was able to say thank you because we were rushing at the end again last week, so.
I'll just have to cut my
No, down by the time we got to you, I was already blah, blah, blah. So, so I just want to thank you guys, and thank you guys again for just being there for us this week.
Thank you.
So, come join the Ravelry group.
Yeah,
we are close. So we're going to be starting a thread. I don't know what the question will be or what we'll be asking for the 3,000 member giveaway, and we'll probably leave it open for a couple weeks at least.
Yeah.
So it gives you time to watch the podcast, and once we hit the 3,000, and it's going to have lots of prizes.
Yeah, excited.
Yep. So. That's it.
I think you've.
I've just gone right through, and it's like, woohoo, we're done.
Anyway,
so until next time.
let's get cracking.
And hatch a knit. Say bye,
Bye,
Hershey.
y'all.